Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be on the new truck that we just got. Go over some of the check engine lights that have sprung up since we got it. Unfortunately, stuff happens, but we're trying to, knock it out. In this video, I want to knock on the subject of the last one that went. There was no videos on it. Videos are so much more helpful if you can just type into YouTube the exact code and be done with it. And in this case, the code is, it's emissions related, unfortunately. But I read about it and I think I found a cure, but I just wanted to be able to have something for you guys to make it a little bit easier if you encounter this. And again, the truck is a 2012 Ram 2500 with a 6.7 Cummins, 68 automatic four-wheel drive, if that transmission end matters. But the emissions are pre-def, so it's a little bit simpler. And the code, the last code, there's actually been three, I'll go into that in a second, but this last code was a P014D, and it states oxygen sensor 1 of 1, slow response, lean to rich. Now, so it's an OT sensor, which it's a diesel. Well, what the heck? It's a freaking 6.7 Cummins. I didn't really understand that they had O2 sensor, but there is two of them. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys where they are, and I'm going to tell you what I did to knock this code out, because I'll tell you the first two codes. The first one was fuel rail sensor, and I read online, if I'm thinking fuel rail stuff, I'm thinking, oh, injectors are probably faulty. But most of the stuff I read online hinted at it just being faulty sensor or a loose battery connection, ground or positive. So I checked everything out, put a new sensor on there, Bosch sensor, that went away. Then I just had a simple one, just the crankcase vent filter was clogged, changed that out, and then the emission ones showed up. And I just now got the title from the people we bought it from the bank. So here in California, there's ways around smogging. It's every 2 years, but when you transfer names on the title itself, you have to have a smog initially to get it in your name. So loopholes aside, it still has to be smogged. So anything 14K and under has to be smogged right off the bat to even title it or change the name into yours. So I was not planning on doing any emissions deleting on the truck. I wanted a nice simple daily driver for Taylor. But yeah, that's gonna change. It's really simple. There's a big pothole down the road here, and you just hit it about like 65, 80, or sometimes your emissions fall off the truck. But we're gonna go down to her truck real quick, and I'm gonna show you guys where the sensors are. Now again, it's just two O2 sensors. They're in the exhaust pipe, and amongst all the other emission stuff that the great state of California has to throw at everybody. Unfortunately, I'm sorry guys, but it's Southern California. We're northern, not to be affiliated with the Southern California tribe, NorCal tribe here. So we'll go down there, and what my plan was at first, I was like, oh well, that bump in the road that took all the stuff off of my 08, I'll just go ahead and take that stuff because it's a 6.7 pre-def. I thought everything was the same, but whew, I was wrong. Okay, they have a lot of stuff different. The 12 to 08, like my 5500 is. So we'll crawl under her truck real quick, and the sensors, they add up quick on these newer ones. I don't even want to crawl under my new Ram, but we'll just show you guys these sensors real quick and their location. So if this code does show up on your truck, it's easier to spot. Oh, where you at, buds? So the first sensor, that is the number 2 O2 sensor right there. It is a 22 millimeter open end wrench, and the number 1 O2 sensor is right there. Same exact sensor, just two different locations. Right behind your cross member for your transmission. O2 sensor number 1, tucked away right up there. And number 2 O2 sensor, you can see it. It's a big bulky sucker sitting right there. The other ones are essentially EGT sensors. There's 3 of those on. What all I did with those, per what everybody was kind of recommending online, was you just pop it out, and again, it's a 22 millimeter open end wrench, and right there, come on up, it'll focus. yeah, prepare to bust your knuckles up, because that truck has 195,000 miles on it. Exhaust has seen a little bit of temperature, so those things were rusted in there pretty good, and they were solid. Get your wrench on there, bust those things loose, show you the pictures. All you got to do, or all I did, and the code has gone away and stayed away, is I just hit it with a little wire brush action. There's a wire brush actually still sitting right there. Little brake clean action, and then hit it with the air hose, some pressured air, clean her up nice and good, stick it back in there. Again, it's just covered in a bunch of soot. Now, it didn't throw the truck into any limp modes or anything like that, thank God, because that would have just, limp mode's just annoying. Clean those up, throw it back in there, and it's good to go. So, I mean, the truck is doing the job good. We got a great deal on it, and it's a 68 and they're fun to drive. But if you had those codes on your truck, that's exactly what I did to do it. Until I hit that bump in the road down the line. It's a pretty quick, easy fix on each one of those codes so far. So it always makes you, you know, I'm gonna knock on wood right now. It always kind of throws you a little bit if you get multiple check engine lights in a row on a vehicle you just bought, because you start to question the people that you just got it off of, like, where are they covering these up and stuff. But you're buying a used vehicle, you're rolling dice on stuff like that. So yeah, other than that, the truck is doing great. The new headlights on it are pretty awesome. If you guys saw that video, I installed some I forget what they were, just some LED blues on there. They're pretty nice. They are, honestly, everybody kind of threw a fit that they were going to be too bright and out of focus. They're not really that bad. I've seen her at nighttime driving by. They're nice for the driver, and they're not bad at all on passerbyers and oncoming traffic. But yeah, so hopefully all goes to plan tomorrow. She gets it smogged and we get that knocked off the list, and we can continue on with fun stuff. We will more than likely, it'll be a simple bump in the road, nothing too extreme. I'm not going to try and put any kind of extra power through that 68 with 195,000 miles on it. I want that thing just to be nice and simple, because spend a couple bucks on hitting that bump in the road, it's just going to, you know what I'm saying. We're not going to go into details on that. But again, if you guys have run into codes like this, the fuel rail pressure sensor, that was a scary one. But everything I read was stating that just change the sensor and double check all your terminals. And then the simple one of just a crankcase vent filter, just swap that out. That might become deleted too in the bump in the road. And then emission stuff, oh gosh. Emission compliant vehicle. Emissions hold back a 6.7 so much. Man, it's just ridiculous. I drove a couple 6.7s back in the day when I was still 100% 5.9 guy, and I was like, oh, that, you know, it's got pretty good pickup. It's not bad. You know, automatics, they're always quick. But man, once you take that stuff off, gone. It makes a world of difference on those trucks. Yeah. It's just every time. If you're putting all kinds of power, if you got an automatic or a stick shift, you're just putting in a prayer with a different term at the end of it. You know, I pray to God that my automatic holds. I pray to God that my clutch holds. It's it's a fun experience, but they're costly, and so I'm trying to keep this bump in the road for Taylor's truck simple, and I'd like it to be quiet too. Don't need her driving around in her boppy vehicle. She already breaks enough heads, you know, cute blonde girl driving a Dodge diesel. But I don't know, what kind of codes have you guys had on your trucks lately? I know everybody kind of runs into a snag here and there, but I haven't had any issues with the new truck. Better not. 08, I did the new tunes for the EFI Live, and it told me I needed to change the engine oil. And one of you guys, I really appreciate the support that you guys give me and answer some questions when I ask them of you, was how do I turn that overhead thing off saying change your engine oil, see dealer? Because when it says see dealer, I'm like, I don't think I can afford that. But to get rid of that change your engine oil thing is, the fella said, you just turn your key on, do not start the engine, just turn it to the on position, and within 10 seconds slowly press and release your gas pedal or fuel pedal 3 times in 10 seconds slowly, and it went away. So pedal combination. I didn't know that one. Spreading some knowledge for you guys today. And then my 04, I don't think it's ever had a check engine light. 5.9, you know. Those things are savages. But we're gonna go ahead and end this video right now, guys. But again, if you ran into a couple of those issues, if you guys can let me know if you've had such and such code and what you did about it. If somebody asks me later on down the road, they might have the same issue with their truck, I could spread the knowledge. So we're just trying to spread knowledge in this little community that we've got building. And there was one more thing I wanted to say. Gosh dang it, what was that? Oh, Taylor worked on the website. We're gonna have some shirts and hats and jackets coming pretty soon, and stickers. So that's gonna be pretty sweet. What else? Gosh dang it. Oh, the bumper! My new bumper should be here soon. Freaking, I cannot wait to have that new bumper on new Ram 3500. It just, long search trying to find a bumper that matches the stock appearance and has a cattle guard and headlight guard and all that stuff, and still accommodates your parking sensors and running lights and all that stuff. So that should be here very soon. So sorry for today's video not having too much what would you say, mechanical content and stuff. I'm just trying to spread a little bit of knowledge in today's video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hit them buttons, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you've got somebody in the same, you know, codes and all that stuff. But again, comment below, let me know what codes you guys have had encountered and how you fix them, aside from hitting the bump in the road final fix, because it's coming. So that will be more content down the road. But again, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.